Oh, that was so beautiful. I'm sure we all are lost in the remembrance of Baba, Shiv Baba. So let's see what that Baba wants us to revise today. Green. Okay, we will revise the Murli from 9th of January 1975. And the title is Make Preparations, that is intazaam, instead of waiting, that is intazaar. So Baba always loves to rhyme. So today Baba is saying, whenever you have to, wait, that is do intazaar, don't do that, but start making the preparation, that is intazaam. And in the bigger picture, Baba is talking about the last moment of destruction. Sometimes maybe very lightly, subtly, or in our mind, we think of, when will be the last minute destruction? There is time, and Baba talks about don't wait, but prepare yourself. And what would be the preparation is being full, right, with all the virtues, powers. But here Baba is talking about remembering our true selves. So let's see. The title is Make Preparations. That's intazaam. Instead of waiting, that's intazaar. Have you made all three stages of being incorporeal, angelic, and corporeal the same? Just as you find it easy to stabilize yourself in the corporeal form, so do you also experience it to be just as easy to stabilize yourself in your angelic form, which is your perfect form, and in your eternal form, which is the incorporeal state? Baba is saying we don't make effort to be who we are physically, the corporeal form, as we play our part. We never forget ourselves. In that sense, who am I? Like, I'm Anu. But Baba says, is it as easy to stabilize yourself in your angelic form? That is your perfect. When we are perfect. And that is a subtle form, not physical. And also in your eternal form, the soul form, which is the incorporeal. The corporeal form is your original form, and the incorporeal form is your eternal form. Do you find it easier to stabilize yourself in your original form or in your eternal form? Which one is original form? The perfect form is original, isn't it? Like when we were deity. But what we are today is not our original form. But anyway, Baba was talking about the three forms. One is the physical form, the name, the form that we remember so easily. That's Baba talks about, calls it as an corporeal form. And then incorporeal is the eternal form, that is the soul form. And then the original form Baba talks about is the aim one. And eternal is the light form. So the corporeal form is your original form and the incorporeal form is your eternal form. Do you find it easier to stabilize yourself in your original form or in your eternal form? That form is eternal, whereas the corporeal form is the form that changes. So our physical form, corporeal form changes. So which form should it be easier to stabilize in? Do you naturally have the awareness of the corporeal form? Or do you naturally have the awareness of the inner form? So in the corporeal, it is the physical form. So I think this is a question we all can ask. and practice today? Is that who am I? Is it the name, the form that I believe in, the physical form that comes to my awareness easily, naturally, or being a soul, the incorporeal light? Baba says, is it natural? Or do you have to make effort to remember them? What need is there to bring into your awareness the form of what you are and how you are? Have you not as yet become an embodiment of remembrance? Is this the stage at the end, or is it that those who practice this over a long period of time are able to attain this stage and pass with honors at the end? At present, the thought in the minds of effort makers of becoming victorious, free from obstacles, and destroyers of obstacles at the end is a royal form of carelessness. So, at present, the thought in the minds of effort makers of becoming victorious, that is free from obstacles and destroyers of obstacles at the end, is a royal form of carelessness. That is, it is royal form of Maya. It creates an obstacle to your becoming complete. Sometimes we say that I know everything, it will be fine. Let me just relax a bit or rest a bit or enjoy a bit and become victorious anyways. I'll just free myself from obstacles or renounce um, all this carelessness or laziness or easiness. That is royal form of carelessness. So let's ask ourselves today again that also that do I think that way and take things easy, or am I an intense effort maker? Otherwise, that is the royal form of carelessness. If I'll say that I'm not doing it now, but at the end I can do, that is the royal form of mine. Creates an obstacle to your becoming complete. So much to remove, to transform, to become complete. Many things will remain. We won't be able to do it at the end if we have no of shift coming in. And that would be the carelessness. And this carelessness doesn't allow you to become an embodiment of success or an image that is equal to the Father. The other thought you have is of counting the hours to destruct. One thing that we say at the end, yeah, last minute, I'll do it. The other thought you have is of counting the hours to destruction. You continue to think, what will happen? How will it happen? Will it happen or not? This is not the direct form, but it is instead the direct form of doubt. Therefore, you don't tell them directly, but you use instead royal words that what will happen? How will it happen? You think in this way, just as time is coming close, so too are you making yourselves close to the specialities of the golden aged deities. So time is coming close. So, if time is getting close, what does that mean to me? But time is coming close, destruction, what does that mean? That means conference age will end and golden age will come. So then what does that mean? How would I be prepared? Is that, have I become close to the specialities of the golden age? Having imbibed specialities of the golden age today. Do you know why or for whom destruction is to take place? Destruction will take place for the intense effort makers and those souls who become complete in order for them to experience the reward of the perfect world and Sattva Pradhan elements. That's so beautifully Baba saying today that destruction happens because the intense effort makers, they're making so genuinely the effort and they become complete. They must experience the reward of the perfect world. So, and the Sattva Pradhan elements. So, in order to bring that in, the destruction, just to bring the reward for those who are making intense effort. So, should you continue to count the hours to destruction? Should you be constantly counting the qualifications for becoming like the Father again and again in order to make yourselves perfect? So, when we count the time, then time is going, right? That's a waste. All our time at the conference is we should pay attention to making our qualifications real. Qualifications of coming like the Father. Qualifications of being perfect, Tato Pradhan, like the deities, full with all virtues and powers. All that we have to do now is to put all our energy, attention to imbibe that. Am I doing it in my thoughts, words, action? And we know destruction is coming, but not a single moment we should spend on that. About so Baba is bringing our attention to only focus on becoming perfect and Pradhan, bringing the qualifications of it, my sanskar, and becoming like the Father. Instead of waiting for the time of destruction, you should engage yourself in preparations for making yourself complete and perfect like the Father. Instead of that, you spend a lot of time in waiting. If those who are to experience this reward spend their time waiting, then they enable a subtle thought to reach all those other ordinary souls who will receive an ordinary reward. So if you spend time waiting, so then what happens is that you subtly get connected with those who have the who who will have the ordinary rewards, or we become ordinary in our thoughts too, so we become in fall back to that category, the souls who have the vibrations of it's all okay, they don't make really much effort, then they receive ordinary reward, they don't receive the special reward of becoming a deity who is complete. So that group exists in this world, so we naturally get attracted or become a part of that group who have that ordinary vibrations. As a result, the majority of souls use the words, we'll see about this when destruction takes place. When we see the practical impact, we'll also make it. Who knows what will happen or how it will happen? These vibrations of the instrument souls also become a reason for making others weak and deprive them of their. So if I consider myself to be that instrument, Baba's helper child, if I'm an instrument in doing service, like Baba is talking about being an instrument with a center or anything, but otherwise also each of us is an instrument, right? But I think my vibrations goes to the world, and that's how Baba is giving that image at this moment that there are groups in the world. So some people think ordinary, some people really take Baba's words as truth and think ordinary, elevated. Then those vibrations are real in the world. So will attract people that way accordingly. So become instrumental in making some souls affected, impacted by my ordinary thoughts and vibrations. They won't make effort. And I will be instrumental to deprive them of their fortune. It's a very big thing. And that's my action. See, that's what I accumulate in my account. That if I deprive few, one, two, or few of their fortune because my vibrations are ordinary, so I pull them towards becoming ordinary and easy, not making effort. How big loss am I incurring? What is the loss my end? Think about that. Think about that. What we think, the vibrations, how the impact, and we are instruments of Baba. So always in that highest stage of elevated thoughts, be our stage, our and vibration. So at present, all of you have the stage of being a world mother or world father or a master creator. This should be the only thought and vibration that we should. So take this knowledge deeply in, slip into the shoes of what Baba tells you. Not only just a soul, you're a child of God, but you are the world mother or world father or a master. So the vibrations of every thought, that is of the attitude of the creator, would automatically reach the creation. This is why whatever actions others see you perform at the present time, they will do the same. Do not just pay attention to this, but together with this, also pay attention to whatever thoughts you have and to what your attitude is like, because that vibration will definitely spread into the atmosphere and into others. So, what action I will perform, others will see, and I become instrumental for action. So many, are they ordinary? Are they elevated? What does Baba ask us to do? Not me alone. Others will see me and do the same. So, Baba says, pay attention to this, but together with it, also pay attention that not only actions, whatever thought you have, and whatever is your attitude, because your vibration, attitude will trap you. It's like your own sanskar. And people will see your attitude, feel your attitude as well. So the thoughts and attitudes, right? The thoughts have the vibration that will spread into the atmosphere and into others. It's essential to keep this slogan in your awareness. What is that? Whatever I do, I think, whatever is my attitude, accordingly, that's the spread of vibration in the atmosphere into the other souls. It will influence or impact other souls. So they will also become the same. If I'm slack, they will also become my attitude, my vibration, my action. Whatever I'll do, others will do. Whatever I'll think will influence the atmosphere and other souls accordingly. But with me, it is essential to keep this slogan in your awareness. Otherwise, the creation of you creators will become weak. That is, they will become those who claim a low status. The weakness of the creator will very clearly be visible in the creation. So you are a creator, master creator. Baba called you a master creator. Think about that. And that will also be visible in the creation because souls that will be impacted by your vibrations. We are constantly vibrating energy. Baba is recreating the world through me. Do I see that? Baba says, if you are weak, the creator is weak, then your creations the souls you interact with, and due to your vibration spreading into the atmosphere, the weakness will be visible in the creation. In the creation, nature is there, animals there too. We really impact whole energies around us. Therefore, now make your weak thoughts powerful. The saying, the world was created through a thought, applies to the present time. So, thought, Ruti, Sanskar, and soul, right? Thought creates the world. So, and it applies to the present time because practically the formation, transformation, everything is happening now. Other than now, the world doesn't change, or it is not created. It goes through a natural flow of going down, becoming tamo pradhan. But now it is being contributed, so we have to be conscious. As is your thought, so you will be instrumental in creating such a creation. This is why it is. Remember that there is a separate world in each. Every one of us has a different thought, and accordingly, there's a world in each of us. Do you move along with this awareness and consider yourself to be a support for many souls? Or do you think that that is Bap Dada's task? Is this the Father's task or yours? We take support of Baba and we are a support for many others. Is it those who are to receive a reward who have to make effort, or does the Father have to make effort? Just as you don't wish to miss even a little bit when it comes to taking or at the time of receiving, you don't consider yourself to be any less than anyone else. You think instead that you too have a right. In the same way, do you consider yourself to have a right when it comes to doing anything? Right? Right of taking. But before that, always do I remember that I have a right to do as Baba says to do, make my effort. Or is it that at the time of doing something, you think that you are still small and that the task is for them? And at the time of receiving, you think that even you small ones are no less and that even the young ones should have all the rights? Even the young should consider themselves to be old or should become older. What is the law? Those who do something will receive the return, or that those who think about something will receive the return. Just by thinking, will we receive the return? Doing to do the work. Make your thinking, speaking, and doing all the same. So, not just think, but take it forward to action. If you only think and speak of very elevated things, but don't do anything at all, then because you spend your time in thinking and speaking, you'll not be able to attain whatever you could have attained by actually doing it. You will then not only deprive yourself of the elevated attainment, but you will also deprive your creation. So you're not alone, remember that. We're in a network and so many are connected with me. What and how I am doing and becoming will make many the same. So you will not deprive only yourself of the elevated attainment, but you will also deprive your creation. Therefore, do more and always remember the aim that you will attain something by making effort. I too should be considered to be a Maharathi. I should be considered serviceable. I should also receive all rights. I should be given love and hope. Don't complain, don't stay small. You have all the rights equal to whoever you consider as Maharathi. are not things to be asked for. You automatically attain all of these things as a result of elevated actions and elevated attitude and elevated thoughts. Therefore, do not waste time in ordinary or waste thoughts. Do you understand? But souls who are equal to the Father in performing such actions and having those virtues, to those who consider themselves to be responsible whilst creating every thought, to those who finish their carelessness, even in their thoughts, they feel responsible of what they're thinking. They finish their carelessness even in their thoughts. To those who are constantly equal to the Father and who fulfill the responsibility of being a companion, to those who play their every part as a detached observer, to the most elevated Bhakta remembrance and namaste. I think just these few lines are the Swaman, the self-respect. That's our truth. We are equal to Baba. We are responsible to fulfill the responsibility of being companion, of becoming like Baba, full with all virtue. Responsible. My thoughts, what my thoughts are creating. Most elevated ones, like Baba ones, or ordinary. So, Bab-Dada's love, remembrance, and namaste to all of you, to all of us, the most elevated souls. And we also say, with love, namaste, and remembrance to our sweet Baba. Love. Thank you, everyone. Let's take just a minute of silence and check what is that state in our consciousness. What's that you're taking in your heart? Even if that's just one thing, take it deeply to expand, return, and deeply internalize. So let's take 1 minute. So we can share our points that stayed with us today. See in the chart, Ush is with elevated thoughts. Creation is also not ordinary or weak. Irija says that experience stabilize in angelic perfect form and incorporeal eternal form, like easy corporeal form, original form, natural, constant, or at the end. Very good thoughts to take to turn today and make it for a long period of time natural. Thank you, Girija. Anyone would like to share? Unmute and speak. Yeah. Brother Om says detached observer. If I'm not a detached observer, then what will happen? We can expand on that. Baba has talked in the Sakar Murli of Sunday too. I mean the Vyakti Murli on Sunday. Becoming a detached observer. What does that mean? If I am not detached and watching the drama, then the ordinary, I'll be negative in my thoughts and actions. But I will lose at the end. Usha Nasita says, victorious. Will I be victorious? Baba was asking that question, that if I'll do it at the end, understand and I'm aware and I say that, oh, at the end, I'll be fine. I'll just remember Baba and leave and I will be victorious. Will I be? No. Detached observer, yet sensible as an angel to be there for everybody, not being affected emotionally for a long period of time, right? It becomes natural and constant. As my sanskar, then I'll be victorious. Girija says, royal carelessness, royal maya. I shall be victorious, obstacle-free at the end. How can I be complete? At the end is the royal thing. Because we say, oh yeah, I know. Right now there's time, it's okay. At the end I'll do it. But then will you become complete? Baba also brought our attention to only when you do something you'll receive. So last second, how many things are you keeping to do at the last? And just doing at the last moment once will work? Or if it is a sanskar, then only you are victorious. You have to take it as a sanskar. Is bringing attention to really sensibly think and do it naturally. Make it a sense. Yes. DK Om brother says attention and care, even at the thought level. What am I thinking? Also creating the creation around me. Thought, words, and actions of sin. Be very aware, keep it elevated and constant. Anyone would like to speak? Yeah, Balwinder, you would like to share?
Yes, Om Shanti sister and divine family. The concept of destruction, I would like to clarify you if it is okay to keep myself uplifted and powerful. I am using completion instead of destruction. For example, I'm working on myself, self-transformation. So destruction for myself is completion.
That's
is
right.
that all right? Because when I use that, because I am working on myself, it is self-transformation. This is the project. So when it will be completed for me, that will be complete full light, full new age, new golden age for me. Otherwise, if I apply whatever I heard at physical level, at macro level, then it gives me kind of weak thought, weak energy, low energy. So then I cannot function. Is that all right if I apply completing project for myself? Because we are each individual star, individual world. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's a very beautiful way to put it. Bilkul, it is like completion for the self. I mean, my complete form is the destruction. That's a good way to give myself the goal and direction. Otherwise, Baba said destruction is, has to come to give the reward of your actions, the destruction must happen. And definitely that is the completion of the whole transformation of the world. So you are talking about in an individual level, to see yourself as a complete form is the destruction for you. So golden age came for you is good goal. But at the same time, you have to remember that golden age is not here yet. But you can aim to become complete for yours. That's right.
Thank you, Ji.
You know,
Thank
like,
you.
yeah. Thank you. Because you have to also know that part, that when at the end you think you are complete with virtues, powers, that's our goal. And if the physical destruction is not happening, then you have to leave to subtle regions. So that is the other side of it. But nevertheless, the aim is that destruction means, you know, I must be transformed to golden age me fully. That's a good thought to, you know, increase the effort, the intensity. Yeah, thank you, Balwinder. Yeah, Vijit, you would like to speak?
Yeah, Om Shanti. Thank you. So I like this line where Baba said, you know, the law. Baba said, those who do something will receive the return. Or Baba is asking actually, or those who think about something will receive the return. So here Baba says that we need to make our thinking, speaking, and doing all same. And if we think and speak and not do things, right? And that those things that we can see all around in this Laukik world, then we're actually depriving not just us, but also our creation. That's what Baba says here. And then Baba says, you do more and speak less. That's what the actual law here.
That's right. Beautiful. Right. So we have to know the impact that I am depriving not only me, but others. And it's all about becoming me, where not much speaking is required. It is becoming the embodiment, becoming.
Yeah, it's like, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's like your action talking than your words, you know, your Kathani, Karni, something is there right in Hindi, which says
Kathni, Karni,
Ek hona chahiye.
Sochna as well. I don't know how that rhymes with this, but Kathni, Karni, and that is Kathni is speaking, Karni is doing, and your thoughts. So same, you're right. And same to be elevated, right? In my original, eternal, which is silence itself. Think about that. When we become embodiment of our powers, virtues, you'll automatically become so silent, but your actions, your presence itself, the vibrations will people will. Thank you, Vijay. We see Girija has written point that doubts on destruction, will it happen if I'm intense effort maker, and if I become complete, perfect, and Sato Pradhan, then no need to count moments for destruction, right? Our focus should not be at the destruction at all. That's not my part. I'm not creating the destruction. It will happen as in the drama. So it is that divine arctic thing. It's not even Baba is doing, though, as we all know properly, but that's not my part. My part is to make use of every moment of conference age to, you know, become complete. Yeah, perfect. Before the destruction, right? I have to look at just me and my progress as becoming complete, not waste time. So Girija again says, so don't count, instead prepare, don't just wait. The curtain will go down in its own time. Are you ready? Is your creation ready? Because such thoughts of you, instrument souls, will make others weak, will deprive them. So remember, आपका संकल्प से नया संसार या संकल्प से संसार. World is created through your thoughts. So check your thoughts and keep it elevated. That is your true truth. That is what you are. That's where I think the detached observer comes into play. Just see the drama, but don't forget who you are. Don't forget yourself in the drama. So Balwinder says, thanks for clarifying. Yeah, destruction is equal to complete. From individual level to the world level. Yeah. So Girija says, thinking, speaking, doing all the same. No ordinary. Balwinder said, is keeping me and my creation powerful, elevated, uplift. So your thoughts are your creation as well. Think about that. And whoever are being touched by your thoughts around you are your creation. If you thought about it, you impact, influence many and many. So what is that we are influencing them with? What's our responsibility? Okay, thank you everyone. I think we have churned very well. Just let's take few moments to again meditate, bring on those few thoughts that came up today that will help us progress in this journey. A little music, comfortably, everyone. So feel the stillness, the silence. That is your original stage, originality, truth, reality. So take a deep breath in and out. Feel every part of your body totally relaxing. If you are holding on, or if there is any tension anywhere in the body, just release it. Relax. Feel your breaths so spontaneously moving through the whole parts of your body. And feel yourself sitting so still, and you're experiencing the peace. You're enjoying the peace that you truly are. Feel that star, the spiritual energy, the light that you truly are, that is shining so bright and beautiful at the center of your forehead and spreading through your whole body, your whole being. And your light is now surrounded with peace, is spreading out continuously, spontaneously. Feel, visualize, and see the beautiful light from your soul spreading out. Such a beautiful, gentle flow, the light and energy. What is it flowing with? What carrying with it? What is that you are feeling? What are your thoughts? Your light carries them constantly. So check. ask yourself, what are my thoughts? Who am I? Take the answer deeply into your heart. I, the soul, and the child of the divine, supreme soul, the highest on high, most elevated being, the ocean of powers, virtues. I, the soul, am equal to the supreme soul. I'm constantly connected with this. I'm his creation. I'm at the confluence age. And I'm responsible with the Supreme to bring about the transformation in the world. This is the only time for the transformation to happen. What is my role in this transformation? Am I here just to receive it? Receive love, receive power? Is it that I had to make effort just for myself? And let go of all the weaknesses that I have built within me as sanskars and become complete in my original form, in my eternal form, equal to Baba. Is it just that I am responsible for the transformation in myself alone? Or is my existence, my thoughts, vibrations also creating, inspiring others around me? So let me ask myself, am I inspiring and making everyone powerful, eligible to claim their highest fortune just with the elevated thoughts of mine? Or am I ordinary? So let me be stable in my eternal, complete angelic. See myself as equal to Baba. Constantly take for myself and spread the elevated thoughts, vibrate through my being. Let me make my sanskars constant and equal to that of the elevated sanskars of the Father are my true and original sanskars. And those original sanskars of mine are seen in my actions. I constantly do those elevated actions. I become the true elevated me. And with that goal, I become carefree of the destruction. All I remember is that transformation is the call of this time. I, with Baba, am transforming myself. I am being instrumental to transform many souls around me. It transforms the whole universe, nature. I am constantly aware who I am, what is the time, and I know I am the victorious soul of every karma. With that awareness, I watch everything as a drama, being a detached observer. And constantly the energy that flows from me is that elevate highest in my original eternal state. So let me remember the time, remember my true self, and remember that Baba is with me, enabling the transformation within me and in the world. Om Shanti. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day.
Shanti, thank you, Baba. Thank you, Anuben. Thank you, Divine Family. We meet tomorrow morning at 5 a.m.